Shanidev, Saturn, the planet that moves slowly, is now in a progressive motion. It has entered the zone which you can say is the last phase of Saturn transit in the Capricorn zodiac sign. Well, Saturn started its journey in Capricorn in January of 2020, and we all know what happened, because Capricorn is a zodiac sign of discipline, karma, and see how Saturn kind of reset the entire world by bringing into notice into each one of our life the importance of essential commodities, the importance of your own immunity, your own health, the importance of family values and relationships, and how we can come together as a humanity. The same Saturn was retrograde and now it has become direct. It actually happened on 23rd of October, couple of days before the solar eclipse. And now when Saturn is progressive in the natural 10th house, the Karaka of karma, this karmic planet is now aiming its motion, aiming its journey to the next zodiac sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius transit will happen in January 2023. So the remaining couple of months, Saturn is going to show some glimpse of its Aquarian transit, but this final move in the Capricorn zodiac sign, and especially being in the Dhanishta nakshatra, is very important for all of us to understand and to reassess what we have learned from a couple of years and how we can grow and become stronger with this Saturn transit. You can say it is again going to be a reset, but this reset is far more towards your career, your karma, and your recognition of your duties and responsibilities. Being in the 10th house, Saturn will finally undo anything negative that was done in Capricorn. So the biggest zodiac sign that will be under relief is Capricorn ascendant and Capricorn moon sign. You will see a lot of corrections that will happen in the next 3 to 4 months. And Saturn will start creating the theme of the events that will actually happen post Saturn transit to Aquarius. That means some of the events that you will see will actually happen from the Aquarius part of your horoscope rather than the Capricorn part of the horoscope. But you can very well say that the Saturn direct motion is a big relief. It's a positive time for all of us, and it's a time when we can once again go back to the drawing board and reset our life in a positive manner. You will also see that this is the time that a lot of financial corrections will happen. But wait, not until Jupiter becomes direct. Saturn is direct now, but Jupiter is still retrograde. Jupiter will become direct only in November. So the month of December and the month of January, that last 40-45 days of the Saturn in Capricorn, will bring massive changes in our life, especially from the areas of horoscope ruled by Capricorn in our personal horoscopes and our personal birth charts. But it also means that you will be pushed to work towards that area of life much more and much quicker now, so that anything that is a remainder have to be completed, have to be addressed, have to be fulfilled during the Saturn direct motion. And this Saturn direct motion will bring you good hope, will give you much needed resources, will give you confidence, and will also show you the path. But Saturn is also going to take your test. Saturn is also going to see whether you are going to follow the path of Shani or not. Things will be given to you, but then you will have to work hard for that, and you will have to show that you are ready to wait. Patience will be the key to success here. Saturn being in the sign of Capricorn is going to impact the career of the entire world. Now when Saturn goes in Aquarius, what will actually happen? I will definitely discuss in my detailed video sometime in December. But to give you a glimpse, Aquarius is a zodiac sign of network circle, network communication, globalization. And now when Saturn goes there, it slows things down. It brings a pause to that. That means a lot of centralization of resources will happen, which we know Atmanirbhar, self-dependency will happen during the Saturn transit in Aquarius. And for that, Saturn will give you opportunities, Saturn will make you self-reliant. But this also means that you need to understand that you have to be self-dependent during this case, and you also will have to act on that immediately, and especially through your career, through your source of income. You will have to figure out ways by which you can adjust and not completely become greedy, and the consumer culture will also go down a bit. So that is one of the ways by which the consumption will be reduced, the resources of the earth will be managed efficiently. But wait, won't that cause a recession? Won't that cause a slowdown? Definitely, in a way you can say that is an indirect effect. But then, not all slowdowns are bad. Sometimes when we are moving way too fast, slowdown is to save us. Slowdown is to extend the lifespan. And Saturn is going to do that. Which also means that some of your works will go beyond the deadline. Some of the work will take time. Some of things will be delayed unexpectedly. And you will have to adjust to those situations, those circumstances, while Saturn will be in Capricorn, and then once it moves to Aquarius. Being in Dhanish Nakshatra, this Saturn will also make you hear a lot of positive and negative about you during the direct motion. It is in fact a positive time. So for any event that happens with you during this time, you must take it in a learning way and learn something out of it, whether it's a good event or a bad event. This is also the time when the authorities will be challenged and authorities will be shuffled, and you may have to listen to the higher authority. Or sometimes you will also see that people will protest against the higher authorities, all in the name of justice. Saturn will also bring justice-related reforms, especially once it moves closer towards Aquarius and when it goes to Aquarius zodiac sign. This is also a good time for people involved in various businesses, especially if you are involved in Saturn-related business, if you are into medical profession, if you are into a profession related to navigation, if you are into a business related to travel and transport, all these businesses will see some good boost during this time. Every Saturday, if you visit a Shani temple, offer lamp to Shani Dev, pray Shani mantras, pray Hanuman Chalisa every day if you are unable to visit a Shani temple or if you are not in India. These are the few remedies by which you can pacify the negative energies of Saturn. And for those people who have negative Saturn in their chart, this will act as a blessing, because a direct Saturn will show them the right way. So take this transit of Saturn as a transit of guidance, as a transit of future possibilities, not for any immediate result, but for result aimed for your future, for the bright future of human race. Let's discuss about all ascendants, how each ascendant from Aries to Pisces will experience this Saturn direct motion until Saturn moves to Aquarius. But before that, do not forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. For consultations, you can drop me an email. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter for some interesting reels and stuff. And also follow me on Telegram, because that is my alternative channel where I upload all the links to all my videos, so that one repository for all the links. Let's begin ascendant-wise analysis. Aries ascendant. For you, Saturn brings more blessings in your career. It will give you more opportunities to grow in your profession and maybe change your company, change your profession, change the entire course of your career path. This Saturn will give you more alignment towards your work culture. The atmosphere in the office will become more streamlined. But people who are looking for enormous amount of growth will have to wait more, will have to wait until Saturn gains comfortable position in the 11th house. But this can give you new opportunities that will turn out to be a better one in the future. So whoever is trying to aim for next couple of years, 3 years, 4 years as a career path will see a lot of success, lot of positive vibrations, and you will also see that your reputation in your office will improve. People who are waiting for their promotions will see things moving in the positive direction. Your connection with your boss and supervisors will also improve in this time. People will now recognize your efforts and you will be appreciated. Things are quite positive. But you will have to wait until Mars becomes more positive in the sign of Taurus. And then when Saturn moves in the sign of Aquarius, collectively it gives you more wealth, it gives you more opportunities, and financially this will be a very positive time. The future is bright, but you will have to prepare for that. So this is the time for preparation and laying the foundation. Saturn will also aspect the 12th house and 4th house. So you might also see an opportunity to buy a house, buy a property, bring more investment in the real estate sector, and you will also see that matters related to house renovation, maybe some vastu changes will bring good luck. Overall, it's a very positive and life-changing transit, just that you need to be more matured and do not bring career as a reason of fight in marriage and relationship. People who are involved in business will also see good boost, and you will also see more foundation, strong foundation building up that will give you more insights in your own talent, and you will be able to stand on that foundation to deliver some exceptional results. For Aries ascendant and moon sign, this is a power packed and a very life aligning and life changing transit. Taurus ascendant. For you, Saturn will be direct in your 9th house, and this brings more belief, more faith, more structure in your life. This is the time when you will understand why things were happening the way they were happening. You will understand the reason of events in your life, and that will give you much needed relief and closure in situations that were tough. This is the time that you can use to improve your knowledge, to connect with reality, maybe do some certifications. This is the time that can be used to travel abroad. This is the time where you can work on your professional degree and you will be able to produce some really good and positive results. But wait, the problem is that Mars will be on your ascendant, that too retrograde. So you should also understand that testing your luck will be a bad idea during this time. So avoid lotteries, avoid risk-taking decisions, and whenever you want to decide on especially financial future, you should wait, and you should decide in a way that is more long-term rather than going for a shorter path, shorter approach. See, for Taurus ascendant natives, the Ketu will be in Swati Nakshatra, that too in the 6th house. So with Saturn going positive in the 9th house, things will start favoring you. You will be able to find a new name for yourself, find a new place for yourself. You will be able to lift heavy weights in your life. That means weights of responsibilities. And you will see that you will be in a much better situation to address the needs and necessities of you and your family. So if you're stuck financially, expect some positive movement. If you're stuck emotionally, expect some positive decisions and closure. For students, it's a very good time because for you, hard work will pay off and your memory will also increase. People involved in trade and commerce from foreign land will see some positive results during this time. Overall, Saturn will act as a guru here because it's the house of Guru. So from your own experience, learn. And then when you execute that in your life, you will see that you will reach great heights. It's a very positive transit for Taurus ascendant. Gemini ascendant. For you, Saturn will become direct in the 8th house. And if you're a Gemini moon sign, this is a blessing for you. Because now Saturn will finally take its final step to move out of your 8th house, ending your Ashtam Dhaya. For you, it's a time of transformation, but a positive transformation. Decisions taken by you during the next couple of months, if done carefully and taken all losses and all pros and cons into consideration will result in some real positive growth in your life. Saturn in the 8th house is going to smoothen out the wrinkles of your life, therefore making your path much more easier. But wait, this is the byproduct of your own actions from the last couple of years. So expect a result of your own karma. Chant Shani Mantra, chant Hanuman Chalisa, and in case you are facing the lot of enmity, lot of restrictions, or you can say competition in your career, you can also pray to Bhagwan Mahavishnu. Career will be transformed heavily during this time. People who want to change their career path altogether or who want to follow their passion, especially if you are an entrepreneur, this is the right time to take right decisions. But if you are afraid of changes, then this transit will prove to be a forced change, a forced transformation that you might not like. So be ready to be like a river who is ready to change according to the circumstance. Improvise, adapt, overcome will be the theme for Saturn transit for Gemini ascendant. Also, take care of your stomach health. Be very careful while you are investing money in stock market, especially if you are a risk taker or if that is your primary profession. While resolving the matters related to inheritance, take consideration into the relations and try to be as humble and grounded as possible. Justice will come to you. Cancer ascendant. In case of Cancer ascendant, Saturn will become direct in your 7th house. This brings more possibility of solving marital relations if you are in marital dispute. This is also the time when you can come to a common ground with your business partner. This is also the time when you will adjust and you will happily adjust to the circumstance you are in. In fact, it is a time when your mind becomes much more stable. You are more accepting, you are more accommodating, and this is the time when you won't completely improvise, you won't completely focus on your belief system, but you will also understand the other's perspective, the point of view from the other side, and that gives you more insight into your own life and will make your decision more positive and will bring positive output. It's also a time when some auspicious activity can happen in your home. People who are looking for marriage can also see something positive and concrete happening in this direction. If you want to make any change in your home, well, this is the time. Make your corner office at your home, and that will give you positive results. Bring Shri Yantra and pray to Ma Mahalakshmi for financial growth. And in case you are facing any hurdle, any challenges, and still you see that the circumstances are not changing, then you need to pray to Bhagwan Shani and help the needy. You are the one who will experience, especially if you are a Cancer moon sign, you will experience an Ashtam Dhaya from January 2023. Therefore, all that you decide now will define your future for the next couple of years. So be very sincere about your action and be aware and conscious about your decisions, even what you think about life. Definitely not a time to establish enmity. It's a time to take your business to places by taking one step at a time. Multitasking might not be the right way in this transit, but if you focus on one part at a time, one thing at a time, you will become very successful, and people who are looking for stability will get the stability, and people who are looking for growth will see a stable growth. But anyone who is looking for exponential rise will meet heavy restrictions and resistance. So take every day as one step above the previous step, and that is how you should move in the Saturn transit. Overall, it's a positive, but yet a time that will remind you what reality is. Leo ascendant. For you, Saturn will become direct in 6th house. 6th house is the house of competition, enemies, but 6th house is also the house of service. So this is the time when you might have to serve your purpose of life. This is also the time which is going to be very good for people who are looking to find the right role in their life. Be it a student, maybe you are a homemaker, or maybe you are a job seeker. You are a businessman, or you may be an accomplished person in your career. This is the time when you will find the right fit, and at least you will get the knowledge on how to achieve that position in your life, and that is why it will act as a blessing. This will also challenge your ego, but not in a very negative way, but it will challenge your ego by making you understand that you are in the wrong path. Whoever will try to make the necessary changes will see the positive side of Shani. Saturn will break down all uncertainties and will make your life more certain, but boring and a monotonous one. So if you accept that, you will be in a very comfortable situation and you will get ample time to do things that you want to do. But focus on what is supposed to be done first, and then focus on what you want to do in life. And that way you will be able to manage both life and career. People who are looking to find a solution from a court case, from a dispute, will see something positive moving in their direction. Justice will come, but that does not mean that always you will win. Justice means if you deserve a victory, you will get a victory, or at least you will see some positive movement happening in that direction. 6th house also means that you need to take care of your stomach health, you need to take care of your overall general health. Yoga and pranayam are the best ways to manage that. But it also means that you come to a common ground and a truce with your life partner, and you may have to accept few things that you don't want to accept, but while accepting, your relationship will improve. And that message is the message given by Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. Virgo Ascendant. For you, Saturn will move in your 5th house, and this is when the past life positive karma will come right in front of you, and Saturn will help you move in the right direction. It's a good time to learn from your past, learn from your mistake, and correct that mistake. It's also a good time to correct your horoscope. 5th house is also the house where all the creativity lies. So people who are involved in creative profession will see something solid coming their way. It's also a time when your career change can happen in the positive direction. This movement of Saturn will benefit those people who are always on learning, who are in the education field, who are students, who are professors, who are scientists, because you will be able to find the real picture. You will get to know your real strength and weakness. 5th house is also the power of expression, so your expression will become much more matured. So expect a bit of a personality change, more on the soft skill side. But this is also the time when the romance in life will reduce and things will become much more practical. So definitely something is happening between the married couples, where you are becoming more and more practical and adjusting rather than just having a romantic utopian life, which is good. Because this Saturn life is not negative. This is a time when you fulfill your duties towards each other. 5th house is also the house which is actually going to give you the necessary power. It is the solar plexus. So you should do some exercise. If you are healthy, you should do some exercise related to your stomach. Eat less and do some fasting on Saturday. But if you are a sick person, if you are an unhealthy person, you are dependent on medicine, you can take the help of a practitioner, a doctor, that will guide you how to align your food and daily habits and routine to bring better health, better mindset. This Saturn is one of the most positive placements, but you might be worried because of your children. So I will say this is better than average placement, but because this Saturn aspects the 11th house, you might have to struggle a bit for your source of income. But if you align yourself right, if you streamline things, if you document things, if you are following a process, you will see growth. But if you are just on the random scale, then you will see a lot of hurdles, because the aim of Saturn, the objective of Saturn is to bring you into discipline. And to bring you into discipline, it will use the power of wealth and desire fulfillment. And if you are following everything, your wishes will come true. Libra Ascendant. For you, Saturn will move direct in your 4th house. It is the time when you get the courage. You get the courage because you have faced the reality. You get the courage because now you have become strong enough. You know the reality and you have accepted that. And that is now your true strength. The Saturn will give you opportunities to manage both life, personal life and professional life. This is the strength. This is the Shash Yoga that you have been waiting for. The next move of Saturn will be in the 5th house, and that 5th house move of Saturn is also extremely positive for you. So if your Mahadasha and Antardasha is positive, expect really life-changing events, and if people who are involved into construction, real estate will see good growth during this time. Saturn in the 4th house also means that you will be able to invest money more in the real estate, agricultural land, manufacturing units. And if you want to establish a trade associated with these things, especially metals, pipes, stones, you will be able to succeed during this time. But 4th house Saturn also means that you have accepted your fate to a certain extent, and you may have just accepted both the good and the bad of your life. When you are doing that, in that process, you should not be depressed. You should be very happy that you have accepted things the way they are. And then only you will see major change, major movements happening in your life. Just take care of your health. Do a lot of pranayam. Don't expose yourself to too much of cold. And you will see that things will be extremely positive in your life. This is a positive, life-changing and a very stabilizing transit that will stabilize your mind and will give you positive thoughts and will put you into the right path. Follow your heart. Scorpio Ascendant. For you, Saturn will become direct in your 3rd house. This improves the relation between brothers, siblings and neighbors. If you want to travel for your work, if you want to travel because you are a travel lover, or if you have some profession associated with traveling, the Saturn will give you right direction, right alignment, but expect delays. Expect delays that are good for you. So respect that delay. There can be some hurdles in your life that will be self-inflicted. That means when you are doubting, when your gut feeling says that you should do or you should not do, respect that. A direct Saturn in the 3rd house can make you realign your life in the positive direction. 3rd house is initiatives, but it is also the power to hear. Take care of your hearing ability. Improve your listening quality. Be a patient listener and share your problems, and also allow others to share their problems with you. It is a very positive transit. It's a transit where you will take humble initiatives, baby steps. But if you are procrastinating, Saturn will irritate you. Saturn will push you to act. So if you don't want to act, this will be a bad time for you. So better to take initiatives, better to act, better to be more active. Clean your home. Change the bed sheet. Make your bed. If you're a student, write down the notes. If you're a creative artist, do something. So do something, create. But to create, you need to kill your bad and past habits. Do that. That will be the power of Saturn, direct motion for Scorpio. Because for you, this Saturn is going to change the way you use your soft skills, you use your voice, you use your expression, and it will bring much more maturity and patience and that power that with which you will be able to deliver your message, which can go for a long distance. Anchors, speakers, journalists, media people will see some good but a stable growth. People who are looking for a quick, rapid growth, or who will believe in themselves too much, will understand their real potential. That should not depress you. but you should respect your own limits. Sagittarius Ascendant. Saturn will move in your second house. Saturn's direct motion in the second house is extremely positive financially. It also means that equation in the family will improve. With improvement, I don't mean it will become good. It will become better where it is supposed to be. And there can be some relations which will become cold because that's what it was supposed to be. So this is the time when you should not fight with reality, rather embrace it, rather accept it. It's a very good time for financial improvement, but you will have to take some solid initiatives, solid steps to correct that. If you are having any tax or any paperwork related issue, resolve that immediately. Saturn's movement in the future will be towards your third house. So definitely Saturn would want you to take more and more initiatives. It would want you to take more steps to improve your finances. So focus on your career. But also eat less. Focus on your health. Cut down on your weight and focus on your thyroid issue. Overall, this Saturn transit will be more positive, but it will be more of a reminder of what you have to do in the future. And it will be a much needed relief for you. Especially when the Jupiter will become direct in your fourth house. That will be the time when most of the steps that you will take will turn out to be positive, provided your Mahadasha and Antardasha allows that. So if you are in that zone where things are supposed to be positive, expect everything to be positive. But if you're not in the right Mahadasha or Antardasha, then this Saturn will tell you how to make things right, will tell you the timeline. And that is how you will be able to justify your decisions, justify your move. It's a positive time. But financially, you will have to become more disciplined, and you will have to save more than you spend. Capricorn Ascendant. Saturn will be direct on your ascendant. This changes and impacts your entire life. This makes you much more streamlined. Your thought process will be much more clearer. This will align your life in the positive direction. Imagine your ascendant lord finding its right place, and the future is in the second house. That means now you will get all the right resources to move in the right direction. The bad days are over. Saturn will make its final move in the second house, and this will be a much needed relief, as if a baggage has been put down. This is the release of the pressure, and this Saturn direct motion is the beginning of that. So definitely things in your life, especially in your career, in your personal life, will be towards that direction. Each day will be much easier than the previous day. So don't look at day by day, but take a longer duration, take a range of time, and then you look back and you will see that your life has become much better, easier, and everything that you do will have some meaning behind that. This is a very positive transit. It will improve your personality. It will improve your health. It will slow you down, but this is more like a constant velocity. There might not be an acceleration, but there will not be retardation also. There won't be deceleration. There will be acceleration. There will be constant velocity, and that cruise mode is what you needed to bring more stability in life. Expect things to be slow but steady, but you know the phrase, slow and steady wins the race. So you are about to win your race of life. So be more positive, confident, and stay happy. Aquarius Ascendant. For you, Saturn moves direct in the 12th house. This means that your subconscious mind will become much more stable. Your thoughts will become much more calmer, and you won't have to fight anymore with your inner self. This is good for people who want to travel abroad, who want to go to a different city for work, who want to leave their home and travel to far off places for career, for leisure. This is also good for people who are involved into export and import, who work for an MNC, who work for a foreign client. And this is also going to cut down your expenses and realign your finances in a way that you will not have to be dependent on a plan B. This is a very good thing. And the future is that the Saturn will come on your first house. So take your decisions wisely, because everything that you decide now will just come to you. So decide in a way that you are handling things in a positive manner, and you are actually deciding with long-term future, with a future where Saturn is on your first house. He is the one that is controlling you. You can feel isolated, you can feel stagnated, but you can also see the importance of that isolation and stagnation. Maybe Saturn was trying to give you some room to think. Time to change is here. You will have to leave a lot of baggage behind, and you have to let go of a lot of pent-up emotions, and this is the time to do that. Overall, it is going to be a transit where a lot of things will be taken away, the negative ones, and a lot of positive will come your way. Expect good results and chant Shani mantra. And because 12th house is the house of donation, charity, do a lot of charity and donation wherever it is possible. Pisces Ascendant. For Pisces Ascendant, Saturn will become direct in your 11th house. Your 11th Lord becoming direct. This is the time when you would want to invest your money into places that can give you a lot of returns. But wait, Saturn's ultimate movement will be in the 12th house, and that means it can turn out into a bad decision. It can be an extra expense. So when you are spending money, when money is going out of your pocket, make sure that you are going to get a good return of that investment, even if it is an expense. People who want to improve their staff structure, or if you want to improve their office structure, infrastructure, can invest the money. But then you should be aware of expenses. Say for example, if someone is working in city A, earns a certain amount of money, he wants to go to city B because there is a lot of good growth there, but you also have to consider the amount of expenses. So ultimately, at the end of the day, what is the actual difference? This actual difference is the real difference that you should calculate. But once Jupiter becomes direct in November, the month of December will be a blissful month. People who are not getting a job will see some positive growth in that direction. Maybe you will land up in a very good job. But don't expect an overblown growth during this time. This is rather the time of recovery, stability, and something that fulfills your essential needs. So take the Saturn transit exactly in that manner. But this is the transit of wish fulfillment. It will give you what you deserve. So if you deserve a Bugatti, you will get it. The universe will align the energies in a way that you will be able to get what you deserve. Justice will come your way, and new prospects of income will also come your way. For students, you have to be more disciplined, more aligned. And for people who are homemakers, who are elderly, you have to see that the Saturn gives you more knowledge, more wisdom. And this expanded growth of perspective will make you more spiritual. Overall, it's a time of stable growth, wish fulfillment, wishes and desires realignment. Take it positively. Jupiter is a blessing on your first house.